Hello, Active Rain. I'm going to share with you a really awesome SEO tip today that you can do immediately. And it will help your rankings, and especially for niche phrases. This is great for niche phrases if you have an open house, or if you have, a specific, a specific development that you're working in. Like I know in Mesa, Arizona, there's a development called Las Sendas. And let's say you wanted to sell homes out of Las Sendas. This would be great. I think this would be great for Peralta Hills, which is an area, and so it's great for niche things, and it's also great for a lot of reasons, and I'll show you. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. In doing this research for my clients, female divorce attorneys. A lot of people like to hire female divorce attorneys. And if we go to female divorce attorneys in Phoenix, the #1 organic result is right here. And this is on Backpage.com. And if you go to Backpage.com, now we're on Phoenix Backpage.com. It's just like Craigslist, but you go to Backpage.com and then you can pick your city. And it works just like Craigslist. People put in their classified ad. They're allowed to add a link. They're allowed to upload images, and Craigslist has all the images along the bottom. This puts them along the side, but it's the same thing. Very boring, but it is #1 in Google, and she's been #1 in Google for a long time. Okay, for this phrase, for female divorce attorneys in Phoenix, or anything like that. If you're looking for a female divorce attorney in Phoenix, she comes up. It's her. So let me show you how you can do what she did, but even better, and why she comes up. Why would the screen go blank? Divorce. Okay. So we're going to go to Backpage.com. I'm going to show you how to do this better. And we're going to click on, basically, if you're going to do an open house, place it in events. And if it's a very specific open house for a specific area, it will get on page 1 of Google. If it's very specific. I'm not talking about open house in San Diego. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. But if it's very specific, like I said, in a certain development or something, there. Otherwise, here, we go under services, we go under real estate, and you'll find that here's a Surprise Realtor, and she did it. Oh, by the way, Surprise is a city in Arizona. She's not like surprise, I'm a realtor, or I'll be your surprise real estate agent. You won't know who I am until I. No, it's a city, but she did it just the way everybody else does. She wrote her ad, she put in her link, and she uploaded pictures which go to the side, like I said, just like Craigslist. But I discovered, because I wanted to even do better than what this the female Phoenix divorce attorney did, just for the heck of it, I wanted to see if I can enter HTML, and I was able to. So unlike Craigslist, this can take HTML. Nobody takes advantage of that. There are some realtors who what they do is the same thing as they do in Craigslist. They upload one giant picture, but then you can't get crawled by the search engine. Search engines can't read. It may be beautiful. You might be able to make a beautiful ad by putting a big picture here, but the search engines can't read it. Okay, so with a little bit of SEO, with a little bit of HTML knowledge, you can actually write HTML. So we'll go in here, and you place post an ad, and then I'm going to pick Phoenix, even though for some reason I'm using Peralta Hills as an example. Peralta Hills because it's a like I said, it's a niche phrase. So let's go to Peralta Hills open house this weekend. Now, I already did it to save time. And what I did was, to save time for this video, aren't you happy? Peralta Hills open house this weekend. And then I've got all my HTML. I've got images. I've got everything. The images are hosted someplace else. So you could write the HTML and then point, have the image hosted on your own site. You can't upload an image here. So you need to know a little bit about HTML to do this. But like I said, one easy way to do it is to just edit all the HTML, or edit your own website, then take the HTML and cut it and paste it here. That's the easiest way. Just make a post the way you normally would, then get the raw HTML and post it here. And then here, where you can upload images, don't bother. You can even add a link to your Google Plus page and have your picture show up in the results. But that's another story, and I don't want this to get too convoluted. So here's the killer, and here's why this lady is #1 for Arizona's top female divorce attorney, or for actually Phoenix female divorce attorney is what I searched for, and the reason why she's always #1 is because this is a very old ad, yet it says October 5th. So what happens is it's almost tricks Google, because this is the longer a URL sits in one place, because ultimately if you place an ad, it ultimately comes down, the URL becomes dead. But Google finds this URL every time, and there's always something on this URL, and the date is always changing. So it's like she's updating it, but she hasn't updated it. The only thing that's been updated is the date. Okay, so very old URL, I mean in the sense that it's always here. And let's see how she did that, okay? So we're gonna, okay, so after you place your ad, like I said, you try to go with a niche phrase. This would be under events. Peralta Hills hosted open house this weekend, but if you were a Peralta Hills real estate agent, that's what I would title this: Peralta Hills real estate agent with new homes listings or something. I put in my HTML. I wrote this somewhere else. I'm going to, this is the killer: auto repost ad. Automatically repost your ad to the top of the listings every 3 days. Well, I happen to know that she does it. I thought she did it more often, but she might just do it once a month. But if October 5th, that's a little weird. Well, anyway, automatically repost your ad to the top of the listings. I would go like every 21 days. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to stay up there. And then do it 26 times for $3. So for $3, every 21 days, this ad's going to be redated, basically. It's going to be updated. And you can also go in and edit it. So you can have this permanent URL, that says Peralta Hills Real Estate Agent. You could have this permanent URL, for as long, you can set it and forget it. Put this to every 21 days or something, 26 times. I can't do the math, but that's a couple years, right? Yeah, just under a couple years. And you can set it and forget it. Sponsor ad. For 16, your post will appear highlighted with thumbnails on the right side. This, I don't think there's any value to this. When they say the sponsored ad, they're talking about this. I'm not sure there's any value in that at all. I care about the date and this permanent URL. So anyway, so you write your ad, you spend your big $3 for the next year and a half. You hit continue, and I have no relationship with this company at all. That Salinger Realty Group, they just happened to, I just wanted a header. And you'll see, I even put a heading tag in here. That's an H2 tag. This, I would write this as a description, okay? So I would write, even though I didn't do it for this example, because I cut and pasted. This isn't my content. I'm not going to put this on the internet. I just cut and pasted this. I don't know who Fred or Pam are. I don't know who Salinger is, but so this is not really going to go up. But here, okay, write 150 character description. Okay, is it? Yeah, 150. Try to write 150 character description. This is the description that Google will latch onto. If you notice, it just starts reading right here, the top of her ad: low retainers and very flexible payment plans. What she would even have this even better optimized if she wrote, if you're looking for a female divorce attorney in Phoenix, bam, you'd have those bold. But she's even got it nailed without it. But imagine if you really use this, okay? So, so this should be the page description. You want this to show up on Google. You can put a nice header, make sure you have images. You can link to have different links in here. You can, if you had a North Orange County listings page, you could link to it from here. If you had a Central Orange County listings page, you could link to it from here. And this becomes like a mini website on the net. And like I said, nobody's doing this correctly. Nobody's using all this. I haven't found anybody who's using all of this HTML. I don't even think anybody knows you can use HTML and heading tags and links. Now, if you're better, obviously I didn't take a bunch of time with this. You could have all this text lined up neatly. You could actually use a background image if you knew how to do that. You could have a background. You could make this look gorgeous. You could make this look however you wanted to, really. So I would line the text up using a div tag, or you could put the whole ad in a table. Even if you just know a little bit of HTML, I'm sure you can make a table. So this whole ad could go on a table, and it could be nicely organized. You could have links through it, and you spend $3, and when the ad's done, whatever the name of your ad is, like it'll say in the URL, Peralta Hills Real Estate Agent, and for $3 for the next year and 2/3 or whatever the math is that I can't do in my head. That it's just going to get older and older and older, and it's going to keep being updated. You might even go in and edit it and change it once in a while, and then the date is going to keep changing with Google, and you're going to write a great description, and for your niche phrase, you will go right to the top. Like I said, it's not going to work for San Diego Realtor, but Pacific Beach Homes for Sale, Pacific Beach Open Houses, I bet you can go right to the top. Okay? Sorry if this was long. Like I said, I've had a lot of coffee.